Hey everyone, this is Julie Murphy, and today I'm going to show you how to add lettering to something like a table runner or quilting. I've got 3 layers hooped up here. I've got my back layer, I've got a batting layer, and I've got my top layer. And first thing we need to do is go over to our screen. Now today I am working on a Brother Dream Machine, and what we're going to, which is also the same as a Babylock Destiny. To start out with, I want to start with a letter. So I'm going to choose number 2, and you can see we have a variety of letters to choose from. Since this is really just to kind of let you know how things work with our lettering, I'm going to choose a basic letter. So I chose in number 3, I'm going to choose an M. And one thing that you need to see is we can keep it at this size, or we can change it to a medium or a small. Now you'll know you've been changing it because the dark area around the L, M, or S lets you know what size letter that you're actually adding to your screen. So I'm happy with the large M, so I'm going to hit set. And I could go ahead and hit embroidery and stitch this out, but I think I'd like to add a couple of layers to this. So since I want it to stop in between each stitch, not in between each stitch, but in between each design, I'm going to actually change the M from black to a different color. So I hit edit, and I go down to this key right here, and it brings up our table of colors. Now, just because you choose a layer, a particular color, doesn't mean you have to stitch in that color. It's really just kind of telling the machine stop in between. So I'm going to assign the M to an orange, and then I'll hit OK. Now, again, I could stitch it at this point, but I would like to add something around the M. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to hit add. And number 4 on the Dream Machine gives us designs. We can do squares or diamonds. Any of these would have multiple designs in them. I'm going to choose a 3, which is our diamond, and I'm going to choose a basic diamond. And I'm happy with that, so I'll hit set. Now you can see now that I have my orange M, which shows right here, and then I have a black diamond around it. The diamond looks fine, but I think I would actually like to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to hit edit, and I have a choice of moving it, sizing it, rotating it. So I'm going to hit size. This button makes it smaller. This button makes it larger. So we're going to hit the larger. And if you see how it's added these dots around it, it's letting us know that the diamond is what is selected at this point. So I hit it once, it makes it a little bit bigger. I hit it twice, and I think that actually looks pretty good. So I'll hit OK. And I think I would like to add one more design around the diamond. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to hit add, and I'm going to choose number 4 again. And this time I think I'm going to, let's see here, if we did a diamond before, I think I'm going to actually add a circle. So I will set that. Now look what has happened. It's an interesting design, but I don't really want my circle to be on top of my diamond. So I'm actually going to choose to edit. And you see now that this red box is around the circle area. So I can change the color, which we're going to do, and I can also resize it. So first thing, let's change the color, and this time I'm going to make it a green. So I'm okay with that green color, so I say okay. Now you can see my red box is still around my circle. Choose size and make it bigger. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm happy with that. And if I'm happy with it now, I will say okay. And so now I can check my different layers. I have my orange M, I have my black diamond, and I have my, I believe we chose green for the circle. So let's go ahead and say, if we're happy with how everything looks, I can say embroidery. And actually I must have chosen rust. So I've got orange for my M, black for my diamond, and rust for my circle. And if I'm happy with how it all looks, then I can go ahead and, since we've already hit embroidery, move back over here. And you see that we have, if our presser foot is up, our button is red. If our presser foot is down, our button is green. So as long as we have the right hoop size on for our design, we can now just hit our green button and it will start stitching out our design. Screen. So at this point, it's now showing us that we can change our thread color. If you'll notice, the diamond is here. Let me just move that a little bit better so you can see it. So it's showing us our diamond, and if we want to change the color, we can, but since we are kind of happy with how things are going along right now, I think we're just going to choose to start the machine back. We'll lower the presser foot and our button turned green, and we'll just hit start on the diamond. Now we're ready to stitch our circle. So we'll hit lower the presser foot. We don't really want to change the thread, so I'm going to just hit start again. And you'll notice while it's stitching out, over on our screen, you can see the little green plus sign moving around as it completes the circle. See it right here. And it's showing you where it is in stitching. Let's look at our design. And now we have our M with a diamond and a circle. The next video that I'm going to show you, which I'm going to stop this one, and the second part, we're actually going to make fill stitches for in here.